All right, welcome to another episode of All Podcasts Matter. Or, excuse me, The Mixed Blend is now it's called. We're back for part 2 of tonight's broadcast. We're going to talk a little bit about the Blair Witch movie that just came out and some other stuff. We are reporting live from Burkittsville in the woods.
That's right.
Formerly known as Blair.
Supposedly, formerly known as Blair.
1700s.
I'm your co-host, Zach Blackwell.
Darius. Sam Shared.
Joe the Bouncer.
Yeah, so we just got out of the new Blair Witch flick. We talked a little bit about it on the first part of the show. You know what some of our expectations were. We're gonna try to give you a spoiler-free review tonight.
Nah.
It's probably not gonna go down that way. So if
How long's the movie been out? Like a week?
Yeah, well,
People catch up. You know what this was? You've seen the hashtag before you joined.
True.
Yeah, but spoiler alerts, I guess. So what did everybody think?
It didn't meet your guys' expectations.
I found it pretty shallow and pedantic.
Yes, I too found it shallow and.
It met my expectations personally. I thought the movie was good.
It definitely wasn't a bad movie. I liked it. I'd like to see it again though, because this is.
There's some spots I want to pause it.
Yeah,
for sure. Just pause spots.
Even just the first time around, I caught a bunch of things that that most people probably didn't catch.
I caught it.
I caught it.
I caught all of it.
I caught it all.
Try
All
me.
right.
Try me.
You don't think I fucking know?
No, yeah, there was quite a few little things in there. And me and Darius was talking about it on the way back to the campsite. A few of them, and just some things that he was even hipping me to, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense now, because it was stupid before.
Yeah, there's I think overall, see, the expectations weren't high, but they weren't low either.
Yeah.
I kind of knew going in there, the vibe that I got from seeing a little bit of the trailer was that it was going to be, let's see the best way to put it, like, what could we have done in the first one to make it better, and now that we got the ability to do it, let's do that.
It's more like a free-for-all this time around.
I thought dialogue, though, in the first one was way better, obviously. But, dudes throwing a map in the water, they didn't know what was going on. Director was a piece of shit.
You know what it was?
They were, like, legit lost.
It felt more authentic the first time around.
It was way more authentic.
This one was kind of like...
You can tell it was a little bit more scripted and...
Parts of it kind of felt forced, but there were parts that made up for it, though.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna... What the fuck was that?
I mean, at first, like, when she cut her
Switch.
foot, like, I was kind of down with that, because you kept hearing it crack, so I'm thinking, like...
But see, that's the thing is, though, why did it crack when it was just a fucking cut?
Because that thing was inside her
I
foot.
thought they
Yeah.
were going to bring more into it with the Ashley part and the flip, so I was kind of disappointed with that. Instead, we got a tapeworm out the shed.
By the way, we still have Mama Jen still here.
Oh, sorry. Bye, guys.
Mark's tending the fire.
Mark's still working on that fire.
Trying.
He's getting it, though. He's getting it.
I mean, we got flames.
I just don't understand why his name rhymes with Spark.
Oh, my God, that's what his grandma used to call him, Mark's Spark.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
man.
Mark's not
Mark
sparking
can't
that
get
fire.
spark shit.
Mark Spark, what is it?
No, overall, I mean...
I give it 7.
Oh, I have to go all the way down to a 6.
I'd give it a 6.5 or a 7. I mean,
I'm a
chances
6.
are,
For sure.
if I saw the movie again,
high 7.
I'd probably appreciate it a little more.
I thought it kept me, honestly, even though like I knew what it was and the suspense is already there, it still kept me on my toes.
Yeah, I'm trying to kill it.
Yeah.
Especially at the end with all that fucking changing was going on.
Yeah, and that was kind of upsetting too, because like the parts where
Why
where
was it
they
upsetting?
screamed, the music got loud, so it made you jump, but you didn't actually get to see it. Does that make sense? I would have liked
What
to see
music?
what made
There's
you
no
jump.
music.
There's no music. There's a found footage
But you know what I
movie.
mean? They make it. Yes, there's always a score.
I don't think so.
There's no score in
In
this one.
found footage movies, there usually aren't.
It's like a.
You know, Mama Jen.
There was. Because it'd be like, yes, it was.
I'm thinking high
There
7.
was that thing in the background that was making the noise.
That was the witch screaming.
All right, so
It was
the
screaming.
problem I had with it was the storyline was just way better in the first one, which is what makes me like the first one better.
I liked the plot. I like that there was an actual plot to this one, like a reason they were out there.
But the reason
first
was a
time
stretch.
around, yeah, exactly. But the first time around, no, there wasn't really a reason why all this shit was happening. Yeah, they were making a documentary or whatever, but there wasn't really a reason this was happening. And obviously in this one, the reason everything's happening
We all knew.
because they know there's a fucking witch out there,
Yeah.
and the witch obviously doesn't like to be bothered.
Yeah.
That's 101.
The thing that got me was in the first one, it was the second one was super dark. It was just stayed nighttime. It was raining, so your visuals weren't there. All you could see was 3 feet in front of them because that's all they could see. But
It's left to imagination, and that's what makes it great.
But what's fucked up is you didn't get the sense that you were in the woods.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you were just in the dark. That's really what it was. You were just in the
Yeah,
dark.
yeah.
And that's what I was saying. I think I was saying to that earlier about. I read that review that said that this one didn't have that essence.
Yeah, and it didn't.
It didn't, and that was a true thing about one person's review. So,
It just didn't feel authentic this time around.
Yeah.
I mean,
It didn't feel like they were stuck in the fucking woods to me.
No,
they were stuck in I felt like they were stuck in a different dimension.
Dimension, yeah.
So
I gotta give a lot of appreciation to the scene in the house, though.
that's what I'm saying. All the changing that was going on, that was crazy.
Like that was just great cinematography, in my opinion. I mean, you felt like you were in the house that time around.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was on the edge of my seat with that.
I did like the time warp effect because he was like, "You guys have been here for we've been here for 5 days."
That shit, yeah, that was the
It's
best
the scariest part of the movie.
Yeah, that's the best part of the movie.
Yeah, that was my best part there. I liked it.
It makes you wonder exactly how long they were out there.
Well, dude at the very end had a full fucking beard. His hair was
Right.
super
Like
long.
that was
That
at
nigga was
least
there
a
for a
couple
minute.
months.
Yeah, he was there for a while.
At least months.
And not only that, but he said that you have to do what she says.
Right.
Yeah.
But the witch never said anything.
But no, that's not true, because every time the person they could hear what she was
All
communicating.
right, we didn't hear her say
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
They did. They heard whatever
Threw
they
that
wanted to
bitch
hear.
down there like a sab, though.
Right.
Oh yeah, he said you got to do what that bitch says.
And then he
Get your
fucking
ass down
Dexter.
here.
Well,
Dexter.
when I was first seeing it, I thought she threw him down there, but then
No,
it turns out being her down
I was
there.
like, he's got a great ass. That's all I kept thinking. all I kept thinking.
He got titties too.
There's a couple scenes that where because it was so dark, I couldn't tell what was going on. Like when that bitch got folded in half.
Right.
I thought she hit
Yeah.
her with that little mannequin or that little fucking.
Oh, you thought
That
that just
stick.
I
destroyed her?
thought she hit him and it just folded her in half. I was like, wait, what the fuck just
No,
happened?
she
Right.
ripped it in half and then just went.
Yeah, and she didn't
voodoo
catch that.
sticks.
Voodoo sticks.
That's why I leaned into you, Sam, and was just like, what the fuck just happened?
Oh no! And then not even that, Joe, but you got all grossed out at the tapeworm scene.
Yeah, I was done with popcorn after that.
Yeah, that shit was gross, and it was unnecessary.
I thought it was
It was
necessary.
necessary. It wasn't
Because
unnecessary.
there wasn't really nothing going on.
At that moment,
But you can't really connect that to the witch, though, because a tapeworm can happen to any fucking
Right.
cut
So-
on the leg.
Come on, bro.
I don't know, bro.
That thing
'cause
was thumping.
I don't know if it was.
That bitch was in there
that
dropping
was,
LL rhymes.
that was a big ass. It was about that big.
It looked more like a motherfucking.
How to get up her ankle, though?
That's a good
It
question.
looked
Because it was in her foot.
It looked like a rat skeleton.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was like a spine. Something.
Yeah.
I thought it was a parasite or
Can I
something.
get one of those? Thanks. But yeah, stick around. We're gonna end up going through some of these Blair Woods here. We're gonna see if we can't catch us a witch.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
We'll see.
we'll see how far we get. We'll see how far we get in
I mean,
there.
Black, well, by God, you can just go out there in those woods. Get you a witch.
I'm not going
Mama
alone.
Jen will go with you.
I'm not going alone.
I just said Mama Jen will go with
I'm
you.
not going with just Mama Jen.
Mark, Mark's gonna go. So
Yeah, Mark will be there.
All right.
Mark will start you on
all
fire.
right. Well, I think I could outrun Mark
Let's see.
if I
Yeah,
take my
running
shoes
goes.
off.
Challenge.
If I
Yeah,
if I
running
take
that
my
fucking
shoes
witch.
off,
Yeah.
Bitch threw tents in the air.
Yeah.
I don't
She
have
did
to
none
outrun
of
the
that,
witch.
but dead in the air,
That's
then
a good
dropped
scene.
him on you.
Ashley took off though. When that motherfucker witch came, Ashley was gone. That girl, the one that had the
hey, but I'm gonna tell you right now, they did the black people in this fucking film super bogus.
Yeah.
They
For
always
one-
do them
for
bogus.
one-
Tunnels. You see how he looked
Nah,
at her
they
when
get-
he had mentioned the underground tunnels?
The thing is the black dude goes out there, he gets fucking lost or whatever,
Guys
and they
first.
were like, he'll be back. And then they left this girl in a tent all by herself.
Yeah,
And
while
And then
while
but they
cuddled
cuddled up. But but the only reason why that makes a difference is because it started out everybody had their own tent, and then for safety, those two paired up. But they left the other bitch alone with her crooked foot.
Yeah.
It wasn't right.
So what about dude that
A
had
Blair Witch.
Yeah.
And to the original Blair
Okay.
Witch, it does. I mean, it does get. I mean, it's better than Book of Shadows.
all right, not necessarily comparing the films as in the story and the content, but overall satisfaction with it. Like you've got movies like say The Evil Dead and The Cabin in the
Evil
Woods.
Dead was
Yeah,
a whole
that's
different
probably
kind of
never
level,
rewatched
dude.
this
I know,
movie.
but
That's Evil Dead.
but it's broad though.
Is it?
No, I'm saying like a broad opinion, just horror movies set in the woods.
Oh.
I mean, because we're going to be
Does this
doing the
hold
top
up?
5
Does
movies.
it do a high thing?
I think it holds up.
I think it holds up pretty well.
Yeah.
I'd never watch it again.
I want to watch it again because
I
want
have to watch it again.
I want to.
Yeah,
I want
there's-
to find
I wanna-
everything that I didn't.
We gotta
catch.
wait till it comes out on one of the.
Wait till the unrated drops, and there's all kinds of scenes we ain't get to see.
Yep, and it's gonna be a better movie.
How likely do you think that there's going to be another one after this?
Very likely.
Because that's my make off this one.
Because they'll use that footage that, like you said, how he was the one watching it, like it keeps it going. Kind of like, what was it, The Ring?
Right.
Not me. I don't ring nothing.
I don't like how they were just like, oh, the batteries died in this camera.
They made it way too obvious that they were going to be without anything.
I just don't like the way that everybody's fucking flashlights fail in every single fucking movie.
Right. Those flashlights just. There are good flashlights out
It
there.
just irritates the shit out of me.
Lots of batteries.
Which batteries?
I want to be able to go through the movie again and pause it every time, like the camera shuddered or froze up,
Yeah.
and see what we could find in those
Yeah,
images.
there were some
I saw some
flashes.
figures and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
a
was
lot
some
of
flashes.
flashes.
Lots of figures.
I just want to know. I know we saw when dude was like, "Oh, the battery died," and he looked left, and there was like that little pause. There's just like some nigga just blatantly standing in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
Just blatantly. I
I
was
want to
like,
know what the point of that was.
I wanted to pause it because at first I was like, y'all just gonna ignore Pete like that?
Run it back.
Y'all bogus as fuck.
Rewind.
You think it was a different? You think it wasn't Pete?
That's what I thought it was.
It was the man witch.
I think it was to lure them, in a way. Maybe.
Well, no, because they didn't notice something, right?
But dude did say that to the girl. It might not be them.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
not
what
them.
it does.
It's a trick.
It's
Right.
a trick, yeah.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers just don't pay attention to what people are telling you, man. Like,
Right.
I'd have been on that. I'd have been all over that. What's he talking about? What you mean by that?
Yeah.
So then when I did see something, I'd be like, I don't know, bro, because you remember what Homeboy said.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Lisa, I'm sorry. Shit would never happen.
Yeah, no.
Oh, right, because I mean, you guys know me. I overanalyze absolutely everything. I want all the details. I want to go over absolutely everything.
Yeah.
And I'm skeptical and cynical when it comes to just about
And then-
everything.
How quick that dude turned around when he was all like, "Heather, is that you?" And she's like, "Who the fuck are you talking to?"
Well, we couldn't hear what he was hearing, but
We can only infer that it was the
Yeah.
witch.
no. Well, you can. Well, of course it was a witch, but
She pretended to be.
she pretended to be a sister, so he would
Yeah,
turn
they
around
yeah.
because he was safe with his back to her.
Yeah.
If they do make another one, I think it'd be dope if they actually confirmed it that it was the sister.
Now, if they're gonna make another one, they need to make.
Well, then you got
The-
That's what I was
them
saying.
killing the
and
witch